Hey y'all, welcome to B's Intuition. I'm B and I'm back with another General Collective Energy message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I do cuss and I do tell the truth, so if you don't like either one of the two, then you probably should move on. I've already prayed over the cards and the energy, so we're just going to hop in and get this message. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, especially to those of you that are new on the channel but have not yet subscribed. You don't want to miss out on the messages that God has for you. Also, please remember to take what resonates only and leave the rest for whoever it's for. Every message will not be your message. So with that being said, y'all, let's hop in. So I hope you guys are having a blessed day on today. For those of you that don't know, we do have a Patreon page. It is B's Intuition on Patreon. So you guys are more than welcome to join us. So y'all, I was so ready to do this message. I don't know. I was feeling like a feeling of like excitement. So I don't know, something exciting, could be about to take place for somebody, I definitely feel like that, like somebody, is like ready to do something. I don't know, somebody, could be ready, like to take a leap of faith. Somebody, could be ready, to, like embark on, like something, that they've been wanting to embark on, This is like, like somebody, wanting, like to go back to school, and so, yeah, like somebody, like they're ready, and they're going to make the decision, to, like, go back to school or, somebody, could be ready, to, like take a relationship to the next level, and so, yeah, they decide, that it's time, for them to take, like, the necessary steps to take a relationship to the next level. I don't know. I just feel like, somebody's ready to do something. And I feel like, when it comes to, like, if it's something good, I feel like, that somebody, like they need to go for it. So let's just hop in and see what's going on. Okay. Let's just see what comes out. Ooh. This is like the entity card. Y'all see how that person looks possessed? And it's that dark cloud, that's hovering over somebody. So, I don't know. But that just kind of slipped out, so I'm going to put it back. I don't know. There could be, an entity, that could be taking over somebody. Or, there's like a dark cloud, that's hovering over somebody. We have the brick wall card. I don't know. There could be an entity that could be trying to, like penetrate or somebody, that has some type of entity that's attached to them, could be trying to penetrate somebody's energy. But yeah, like it can't do it. This is like, like protection. Like a wall of protection. So somebody, could have a wall of protection, around them. This is also too, like having a big boundary. So somebody, could have, like some type of big boundary out here. It could just be, like somebody, has a big boundary up when it comes, like to negativity, Give me another one, please, Holy Spirit. We have the, this is like, this is kind of like the handling business card. Because if y'all see, it's a laptop, it's a planner, it's a calendar. On the newspaper, it says business. There's a folder right there. There's a clock right there. There's a cell phone. You could be saying 1010 a lot. Yeah, handling business. Something, yeah, with this wall, something is hidden, or something is going on, like behind, like a wall. I don't know. It could be a business, you know what I mean? So like the business looks good from the outside, you know, but yeah, like some stuff is going on, you know. Some shiesty stuff, you know, could be going on. You know, like on the inside. Or this could be, you know, like a person. You know, so yeah, like, you know, like the person, you know, like looks like that they're stable, you know, and you know, level-headed on the outside, you know, but yeah, like on the inside, yeah, they're all messed up. That could be, you know, like what that entity is. But I do see, you know, yeah, like somebody, you know, like handling business out here. Somebody, you know, could own a business, you know, or that could be, you know, what somebody, you know, could be ready for, you know, to, you know, like start some type of business out here. But it's something about, yeah, blocking out business. So something about, you know, somebody, you know, like, yeah, like, you know, like keeping, you know, like to themselves or keeping their business to themselves. We've been picking that up a lot. But with this business here, it's on a newspaper. So something about, yeah, some news. I don't know, something, you know, could be seen on the news or something about, yeah, some stuff being blocked out, you know, so that people can't see it. It could have something to do with businesses, you know. I mean, we do live in America, you know, and they are always trying to, you know, like hide stuff, you know, from, yeah, the Americans, you know, especially the stuff that we need to know. So, I don't know, there could be, you know, like some hidden stuff, you know, that has been hidden from us, you know, that, yeah, like could come to the surface. It could be about businesses, you know. This is like, yeah, like, you know, like the local grocery stores that we've been going to, you know, yeah, we find out, you know, that 80% of, you know, like the fruits and vegetables, you know, are fake as crap, you know what I mean? You know, so yeah, like people, you know, are going to find out, you know, that they've been eating, you know, like, yeah, fake vegetables, fake fruits, you know? I don't know, somebody, you know, could be trying to block out some business, or you know, like they're trying to, you know, like stop somebody, you know, like from receiving, you know, like business. So this would be, you know, like, yeah, like somebody trying to put up, you know, like some type of obstacle, you know, to where, yeah, like somebody doesn't get business, or you know, like somebody's business slows down. So this would be like, you know, like somebody, you know, like spamming somebody's reviews, you know, when it comes to their business, you know, and just, yeah, putting negative reviews, spamming it every day, putting negative reviews, or you know, somebody, you know, could have, you know, like somebody, you know, could have, you know, like some type of social media platform, and so somebody, you know, goes in their comments, you know, and yeah, like spam the comments, you know, spewing out negativity, you know, to, yeah, like cloud people's judgment, you know, about, yeah, like the you know, like somebody's social media platform. Whatever's about to take place, yeah, somebody doesn't see this coming. Something about keeping, you know, like some kids, you know, like out of, you know, like adults' business as well. I mean, I was raised, you know, that, yeah, like kids, you know, like stay in the kids' place. Children stay, you know, in children's places out here. So I don't know. There could be, you know, like a kid, you know, that, yeah, like they just want to be grown so bad, you know, and they're about to, you know, yeah, like find out, you know, yeah, like what grown up life is about. Or it's something about, yeah, like, you know, like somebody, you know, like trying to, you know, like, yeah, like run, you know, from, yeah, like, you know, like their childhood, you know. So yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, they're like running from healing, you know, from, you know, like some stuff that happened in their childhood. But somebody, you know, could be embarrassed about something as well. It could be, you know, like something that they did in their childhood. I don't know, you know, like somebody, you know, could be, you know, like embarrassed, you know, by, you know, like, yeah, like their family, how they grew up is also what I'm picking up. Give me one more, please, Holy Spirit. Ooh, that's a lot. We got the bridge card. Crossing a bridge. I don't know. Somebody definitely, yeah, they could have, you know, like burned, you know, like a bridge out here. Mm-hmm. But many people are crossing this bridge. So something about, yeah, many people crossing somebody or many people crossing over. I don't know. It could have something to do with a business. I don't know. This could be like a funeral home or something like that. I don't know. It's giving me, like, yeah, like somebody, yeah, like about to, like get a reality check out here. But I mean, it definitely, yeah, contradicts, the energy that I was feeling, at the beginning of the message. So I don't know. But y'all know how, and I'm not trying to trigger nobody, but y'all know how, like, when, like people, yeah, like, are like in self-harm energy, and then, like, yeah, like they say, like when they get to the point, to where, yeah, like they know that they're, like, yeah, ready to, do, what, yeah, they've been, like wanting to do, as far as, like taking themselves out, that they, yeah, like get excited, like it's, it's kind of like, yeah, like they, are happy and, like, people wouldn't think, that, yeah, like, they really, like are in, like self-harm energy, until, yeah, like they do it. So I don't know. Y'all just check on, like your family members, your friends, and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. We got the desert. So something is dry. Something is dry out here. This could have something to do with, yeah, like business. So somebody, yeah, like they're not getting business, or, yeah, like they're not, it's giving me, yeah, like somebody, feels like that they're not progressing. I don't know. Somebody, could do, like, because they feel like, like they're not progressing, like somebody, could, yeah, like choose to do something dumb. So somebody, yeah, like they're not progressing, when it comes, to like, yeah, like getting business, to create finances. So then somebody decides, to, yeah, like go rob, a store, or, yeah, like do something, to, yeah, like get some money. So I don't know. But this is also too like the fate card. So yeah, fate. A fated event. Or somebody, yeah, they're about to come in contact, like with fate. Let's look into fate real quick. Fate. It says the development of events beyond a person's control, regarded as determined by a supernatural power. So that could be why we seen, like, yeah, like that entity card at the beginning of the message, the dark cloud hovering over somebody. It also says be destined to happen, turn out, or act in a particular way. So something is destined to happen, but fate, yeah, it happens, based off of, like our actions as well, So something about, yeah, like somebody's actions. I don't know, somebody doesn't see something coming. But at the same time, yeah, like this is like, like, yeah, like going back to the example that I used, so yeah, somebody, yeah, like they just feel like, the whole world is coming to an end. They don't know what they're going to do, they don't know where they're going to get money, and then, yeah, like as soon as, like somebody, like, yeah, like decides, that they're gonna go rob, the corner store, or, that they're gonna rob, yeah, the neighbor across the street, then, yeah, like, somebody, receives a check in the mail, So I don't know. But it's giving me, like, yeah, like, somebody, like, yeah, being tested. I've been picking up a lot of, like, test energy, as well. But somebody definitely, yeah, could have burned some type of bridge out here, or they're about to. So somebody doesn't see it coming to where, yeah, like, they done burned the bridge. But it's giving me too, yeah, like somebody, that's for somebody, not everybody. But something about, yeah, like somebody doesn't see it coming where they're going to be able to cross, you know, like, yeah, cross a bridge. So this is like somebody, you know, that, yeah, they didn't know that how they were going to cross the bridge. And then, you know, yeah, like something happens to where, yeah, like they receive some news to where, you know, yeah, like they crossed that bridge. So it goes back to, you know, the example that I use with the, you know, somebody robbing the store, you know. But something about, yeah, somebody crossing over. So somebody doesn't see, yeah, something coming. Or somebody doesn't want to see it. So it goes back to, yeah, like fate. So somebody doesn't want to see something happening, you know, but yeah, like it's going to happen. It's fated to happen anyway. Why is this brick wall here? If this brick wall is giving me too, yeah, like, you know, like talking to somebody, you know, is like a brick wall. So somebody, you know, could be hard-headed. Somebody could be stubborn. And then goes, yeah, the big blue wall. Somebody's first name or last name could start with an R. Cross that bridge when we get to it. So maybe somebody, you know, didn't want to, you know, like address something, you know, that needed to be addressed, you know, yeah. And so, yeah, somebody, you know, yeah, they said, yeah, let's cross that bridge when we get to it. But, yeah, something, you know, needed to be addressed, you know, yeah, when it needed to be addressed. I don't know. But, yeah, boundaries. So, I don't know. Somebody, you know, yeah, maybe somebody needs to set boundaries. Or, you know, somebody, you know, could already have boundaries set. Maybe, you know, yeah, like they need to, you know, like set firmer boundaries out here. Maybe it could be, you know, when it comes to, yeah, like some children. Because there is a kid on this card. It goes back to, yeah, like when I was picking up on, yeah, like, you know, like kids, you know. So, again, when I was a kid, you know, yeah, kids stay in, you know, kids' places, you know, kids do kid things, kids, you know, wear kids' clothes. Today, you know, yeah, there's no middle, you know what I mean? There's no, you know, yeah, like, they don't really make, you know, like, yeah, like, teenage clothes, you know, anymore. You know, it goes from, yeah, like either it goes from children's clothes to adult clothes. There's no middle, you know, so you got, yeah, teenagers out here dressing like adults, you know, when it comes to like the internet, you know, yeah, like they say that they have boundaries when it comes to kids, but yeah, there's kids, you know, that, yeah, like, they're on Instagram, you know, yeah, where the adults are, you know, yeah, all type of stuff. So I don't know. Why is this handling business here? Somebody, you know, could be blocking, you know, like they're blocking their own self. You know, this is like, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, like holding themselves back, you know, from, yeah, like moving forward. Maybe somebody, you know, is gonna realize it. Somebody, you know, could be going through the dark night of the soul. We got the Hell on Earth card. So somebody definitely, yeah, could feel like that they're living in hell on earth. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an H. Yeah, and then we got the Chaos, Havoc, and Pandemonium card at the bottom of the deck. So, I don't know. There could be, you know, like because this is, you know, like, yeah, like helicopters, you know, like in the air circling, you know, yeah, like business. So, I don't know. There could be, you know, like some businesses that could be being raided out here. Somebody's scared. Somebody has a lot of fears out here. That's what I'm picking up as well. Somebody has a lot of fears. I don't know, you know, if, yeah, like somebody, you know, is like, you know, like putting a limit, you know, on how far that they can go. Because that's what I'm picking up too. But this is like, yeah, like somebody putting limits on themselves, you know. I mean, everybody knows, you know, the saying, you know, like sky's the limit, you know. So basically, you know, the saying is, yeah, like you could do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it. I feel like yeah, like somebody, you know, is, yeah, like they've limited themselves. Well, I don't see this coming. But somebody definitely, yeah, don't see something coming, for sure. We got the Mad Plasmad. Somebody's first, middle, last name definitely, yeah, starts with an H. I don't know. Somebody definitely is about to be mad out here. Something about a bridge. I don't like it, especially, when I was picking up, yeah, like that self-harm energy. Well, but with that entity attachment card, I don't know. There could be a parent, that, yeah, like they just go ballistic. Somebody could be from Florida. But we got the takeoff card. So something, could be about to take off out here. But this is, yeah, ancestor. So there's an ancestor out here. Somebody, could dodge a bullet. Because that's also what this card is as well. Something about Florida. Something definitely, yeah, could happen in Florida. There could be a lot of, yeah, like helicopter presence, a lot of, like police presence. Why is this cross that bridge when we get to it? There could be somebody, that's mad. And it could be because, like, maybe, like somebody, is like, like, yeah, like not, telling somebody what they want to hear. Or, this is like, yeah, like somebody, like putting something off, So this could be a conversation. But there could be somebody that's mad because, yeah, like they want to have the conversation with somebody, And maybe, yeah, like somebody, is, yeah, like they're just busy or, and so, yeah, somebody is mad because, yeah, like somebody, could have told them, look, I'm handling this business, everything is fine, we'll, cross that bridge when we get to it. But I feel like there's somebody, yeah, like they don't want to, yeah, cross the bridge when they get to it. They want to, what's going to happen, before, yeah, like they even get to the bridge. So I don't know. But somebody didn't take something serious out here. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a S. I don't know. This is giving me too, yeah, like somebody, like not taking life serious. But it's also giving me too, going back to, yeah, like self-harm energy. So something about, yeah, like somebody, telling somebody like, yeah, I'm gonna do something to myself or somebody, and somebody's like, oh, whatever, maybe, yeah, like somebody, says it all the time. But this time, yeah, something could happen. So it's giving me, yeah, like, like, it's almost giving me, yeah, like cry wolf energy, So somebody, has cried wolf multiple times, and, so, yeah, like, people, yeah, are used to somebody crying wolf. And so, yeah, something, could be serious, and so somebody, yeah, could be crying out, but, yeah, like, people, yeah, like, they're not, and maybe, yeah, that's how somebody, has burned bridges, because they didn't cry wolf too much. And so people, yeah, they're not paying attention, to this person, and so, yeah, like, but yeah, like this could be the time, to where, yeah, like it really is serious, but because, somebody has cried wolf multiple times, yeah, people aren't listening, or, yeah, like they're not, like paying attention. Why is this big blue wall here? I don't know. There could be a helicopter, that could crash into a wall. But we got the Emperor, so Aries energy. Yeah, masculine energy. This is giving me, like boss. Somebody, could be a boss, or somebody, yeah, they're trying to be a boss. Or something about, yeah, like somebody, like trying to, like have some type of control or trying to maintain control. But it's something about, yeah, like somebody, yeah, like holding them back, holding themselves back. This is giving me, like father energy. Something about, yeah, father's business. Somebody, you know, yeah, they could, you know, like you know, like, yeah, like be taking over, you know, like, yeah, like a family business, you know, that, you know, like their father, you know, like left, or the father, you know, like passed down to them. But somebody definitely, yeah, is feeling like that they live in hell on earth for sure. It's definitely, yeah, a masculine energy. Mm. But something about, yeah, like telling, you know, like, yeah, like somebody's father's business. So I don't know if it's a kid, you know, telling, you know, like their father's business to, you know, like people. Mm. I don't know. With this not taking something serious, this is like, you know, somebody, you know, like not, you know, like somebody telling somebody like, yeah, you know, don't be, you know, like talking like that around your kids, or, you know, don't be, you know, like allowing your kids, you know, to, yeah, like know what you be doing, you know. And so somebody, yeah, they don't take it seriously, you know, and then, yeah, like, you know, somebody, you know, could be doing some illegal stuff. So then, yeah, like their kid, you know, is around when they're doing the illegal stuff, and then, yeah, like their kid goes tell other people, you know. Mm. Yeah, and the police could get involved. Somebody could be 47 years old or born in 1974. Yeah, police helicopters on, I mean, excuse me, police on motorcycles. We got the King of Pentacles. Mm. Yeah, grapes, wine. Somebody, you know, could drink wine. Something about a wine vineyard. Mm. Taurus, Aries, Taurus. Somebody could be an Aries, Taurus, Cusper. But somebody, yeah, somebody, you know, could be, yeah, like a little bit stubborn, a little bit hard headed out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be greedy as well. Mm. Why is this mad plasma in here? We got the Nine of Pentacles. Somebody could be 49 years old or born in 1994. Somebody, you know, could be single. Somebody, you know, could be going, you know, from like married, you know, like to single. Something about, yeah, like somebody being angry, you know, because, yeah, like somebody's in this Nine of Pentacles energy. So it's giving me, you know, like, yeah, like somebody, yeah, jealous. I don't know. I'm picking up on, yeah, like the seven deadly sins, you know, like greed, lust, jealousy, envy. Mm-hmm. Something about, yeah, a single parent. Somebody, you know, could be a single parent. Or some, or yeah, it's giving me, you know, like, yeah, like somebody, you know, like having a lot, you know, like, yeah, like a lot on their plate. Going back to, yeah, the chaos, havoc, and pandemonium card, the burdens, the obstacles, the stress card. Mm-hmm. But something about, yeah, somebody whining about something. I don't know. It could be a kid. Or somebody, you know, is whining, you know, about, yeah, like some money. Why is it not taking serious? Yeah, we got somebody's independent out here. Mm-hmm. Something about, yeah, somebody's independence. And then we got, yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody could be born in 1989, 1998, 1984. Something about working on a bridge. There could be some, you know, like some type of construction work on a bridge. Somebody, you know, could work in construction. But somebody didn't take something serious when it comes to, like, working, or when it comes, to, like, working on something. This could be, like, bridging, like, bridging differences, or, like, keeping something connected out here. I don't know, this could have something to do, like, with a family. Somebody, could have a lot of people blocked out. I don't know if it's because, like, a lot of people, like, have crossed somebody. So this could be, like, a lot of family members. Somebody could have a lot of family members blocked out because, they done crossed somebody. But we got nowhere to be found at the bottom of the deck. So I don't know. Somebody's nowhere to be found. It's a masculine energy, or, like, I don't know. There could be, like, a kid that could go missing. But somebody definitely needs to be aware, because, there could be somebody, that could want to, like, guilt trip them. So, somebody's being told, like, don't fall for the guilt trip. Somebody's father is nowhere to be found, or, I don't know. Something about, like, a lot of helicopters. I don't know. Somebody, could be missing. But we got doomsday. So it could be doomsday for somebody. A moment of final judgment. So something about, utter catastrophe. So somebody don't see, some type of utter catastrophe that's about to take place. But there is somebody that definitely is about to find out that, like, this is real life out here. So going back to, the reality check, What else, Holy Spirit? Something is hidden in plain sight. So I don't know if this is, like, a person hidden in plain sight. Something is behind the wall. Some business, could be hidden in plain sight. Or something about a business, or this could be some information. But something about, like, somebody missing, or, like, somebody's nowhere to be found. But, like, they're hidden in plain sight. There could be, like, a lot of people that could be searching for something. But it's hidden in plain sight. What else, Holy Spirit? Something needs to know that, something will happen very soon. So it's whatever, it's, fated to happen. Excuse me. Wow. Somebody wants to know if somebody knows something out here. Somebody could be having recurring dreams. Somebody, could be having recurring dreams, of some stuff, that, like, has taken place. Somebody wants to know if somebody knows, what has been taking place. I don't know. Somebody, could want to know if somebody knows something, and it has something to do with some dreams. I don't know. Somebody, could be, like a dream interpreter, or somebody, could have, like, prophetic dreams. But we got a big financial increase. So somebody, could be about to, receive, like, some type of big financial increase out here. I don't know. There could be some money, that could be hidden in plain sight. But we got undelivered message. So somebody, could find out, that, like, there was a message that was supposed to be delivered, but it didn't get delivered. I don't know. Somebody could be doing some type of spell work. So somebody could want to know if somebody knows if they've been doing spell work. Somebody's been doing spell work. So that could be why the entity attachment came out in the beginning of the message. That could be why somebody's in this mad plasmad energy. That could literally be why somebody's feeling like that they're living in hell on earth. Something about like somebody not following for the guilt trip. Somebody definitely could have twisted the truth to gain financially out here. So somebody possibly they want to know if somebody knows that they twisted the truth to gain financially. So somebody could be like having dreams about what they have done as far as twisting the truth to gain financially. So something about a business is something about but with all the like the helicopter and the police presence, I don't know, something definitely is about to happen. Somebody didn't hide anything. It was hidden in plain sight. So we got a laptop, a calendar, a planner. We got all this information. So something about something it was out there to see. It was hidden in plain sight. Somebody twisted the truth to gain financially. It could also have to do with some business. A business, or it could also have to do with somebody's business. But somebody wants to know if somebody knows. Somebody is like been trying to like throw a smoke screen to like conceal their actions out here. So maybe that's why I'm picking up on like somebody like some type of self-harm energy. Maybe what they have done it's like like weighing really heavy on them. But somebody is being told to continue to devote your energy to your goals, because there's a thief that's lurking, and they're hidden in whoever this thief is hidden in plain sight. So going back to the beginning of the message when I was talking about like somebody they feel like the whole world is coming to an end because they're not doing good financially and so they could be looking at somebody, that, like, is going towards their goals, as, like a jackpot. To, try to get some type of big financial increase off of. So be aware. Or, like they already tried it, and now, and now they're trying to, conceal throw a smoke screen to conceal their actions. But we got doomsday. So, somebody could be having recurring dreams about doomsday, about the moment of like some type of final judgment. Somebody could be having some type of recurring dreams about like some type of utter catastrophe that's about to take place. Somebody wants to know if somebody knows that some type of utter catastrophe is about to take place. I feel like somebody possibly does know. We have multiple conversations. So somebody could have had multiple conversations with whoever this is. But this is also giving me too, like somebody's trying to throw a smoke screen to conceal their actions. And it has something to do with like somebody having like some type of like multiple conversations. It could be about somebody like planning and plotting to try to cause like utter catastrophe for somebody. But somebody's about to find out that like this is real life. I feel like somebody definitely they crossed multiple people to gain financially, or there was multiple people involved and when it comes to twisting the truth to gain financially, or when it comes to like some type of plan. To gain financially. We got spoke to a detective. So somebody could have spoke to a detective. Somebody could have had multiple conversations with a detective. So there could be somebody that wants to know if somebody knows that they spoke with a detective out here. It could be an Aries, a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, heavy Taurus energy. A lot of earth out here. And it has something to do with, yeah, pentacles, because that's all that's out here is pentacles. So somebody, could have spoke to a detective, or somebody, could have, yeah, like had some type of recurring dreams, about, like them speaking to a detective or somebody else speaking to a detective. Somebody's right ear could be ringing. Somebody, could have spoke to a detective about somebody. Somebody, could be about to receive, yeah, like some type of significant blessing. It could have something to do with a big financial increase. Somebody, could be about to receive a reminder, like from the spirit realm about, like multiple conversations. This could be multiple conversations, that, yeah, like somebody's spiritual team has had with them. Or this is like, yeah, like somebody's spiritual team reminding them of multiple conversations that they've had with somebody. But we got trying to contact you. So somebody, could be trying to contact somebody out here. Now, yeah, they're taking something serious. Yeah, going back to, yeah, this is real life. Yep. But somebody definitely, yeah, is facing the demons within, and it's not pretty. So that's why, excuse me. So that's why, the entity attachment card came out first. Somebody's been thinking about something for a long time as well. Somebody's facing their demons within, and it's not pretty because, yeah, they try to throw a smoke screen to conceal their actions. Somebody, could be facing some type of felony charges out here. Or somebody knows that they're about to, yeah, face some type of felony charges out here. So somebody, could be hiding, but they're really not hiding. Is also what I'm picking up. Somebody, could just be, yeah, like going, from like business to home, to other people's homes. We got a Gemini, Cancer, Cusper, a Pisces, Aries, Cusper. So there's some information, some very serious information that, yeah, somebody, could have hid. And somebody needs to know about it. Somebody, could have found the missing pieces of the puzzle. But with this recurring dreams, this is, yeah, like somebody, having recurring dreams, and then, yeah, like finding the missing piece of the puzzle, yeah, putting, like, yeah, like the story, like together out here. Something has been found. I don't know, the truth. Somebody, could have had multiple conversations, with somebody or some people, and that's how, yeah, somebody found the missing pieces of the puzzle. But somebody needs to know that, yeah, something is in the works out here. Yep. Somebody spoke to a detective, and so some type of allegations, that, yeah, like were said, yeah, they could turn into lies. We got a Leo at the bottom of the deck, so there could be a Leo involved. You could be a Leo. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to contact somebody within the next 24 to 48 hours. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, try to cover up something. Or somebody, yeah, could try to, like reach out to somebody, like to get somebody, like to cover up for them. Something about a cover up at work. with this allegations turn into lies, yeah. Going back to, yeah, don't allow them to guilt trip. So yeah, somebody, you know, could try to, yeah, like, you know, still try to cover up, you know, what they have done. But yeah, whoever this is, yeah, like they're hidden in plain sight. And somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, justice is being served. Somebody wants to know if somebody knows that justice is being served. I feel like, yeah. The doing spell work card keeps wanting to come out. So somebody definitely, yeah, has been doing some type of spell work out here. But it could have been hidden in plain sight, you know? So somebody, you know, wasn't hiding, you know, that they were doing it, you know? Like they weren't, you know, they didn't have, you know, herbs and bones and blood or whatever, yeah. But they, you know, this could be, you know, like just, you know, like, yeah, like using their words, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, like manipulation, you know, is a form of, yeah, like black magic, you know, it's a form, yeah. So we got angry inside. So somebody's angry inside. Maybe there's somebody, you know, that found the missing pieces of the puzzle when it comes to why somebody's so angry inside. I don't know. Somebody, you know, could be angry inside because, yeah, somebody's fire is still burning. They couldn't, yeah, put somebody out. So we got forced to say something. So whoever hid some very serious information from somebody, you know, could be forced to say something to somebody, or, you know, yeah, somebody, you know, could speak to a detective, you know, and, yeah, like they're forced to say something. But I mean, going back, you know, like to the beginning of the message, you know, when I was, you know, like when I was excited, you know, like to do the message, yeah, maybe the excitement, you know, comes from, you know, like, yeah, going back to that big financial increase. So somebody, you know, could find out, you know, that they're, you know, going to receive, you know, like a big financial increase out here. At the bottom of the deck, we got December. So, yeah, somebody could be a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Cusper. We got confused, but it came out in the reverse. So, maybe somebody's no longer confused. But it's something about, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, they were confused at first. Or somebody, you know, was trying to cause confusion, but it goes back to, yeah, you know, somebody, you know, like found the missing pieces of the puzzle. So, yeah, the missing pieces of the puzzle was hidden in plain sight. Or whatever was missing, yeah, was hidden in plain sight. We got Lust Demon. So somebody definitely, yeah, could have some type of lust demon on them. Somebody, you know, could be trying to, yeah, going back to the beginning of the message, you know, the entity attachment card coming out. So somebody, you know, could be trying to attach an entity, you know, to somebody. But it goes back to, yeah, like somebody doing spell work, you know, but yeah, like spell work, again, doesn't necessarily involve, you know, yeah, all the you know, somebody conjuring up special recipes. I don't know, there could be a child, you know, that, yeah, has a lust demon on them. There could be, yeah, like some type of demon that definitely, yeah, could be wreaking havoc, you know, on somebody. We got new connection. So somebody, you know, could be in, you know, like some type of new connection out here. Or there is somebody, you know, yeah, with a lust demon, you know, that could be trying to connect with somebody. But there's an ancestor among you. And so, yeah. We did see, yeah, that takeoff card. So, yeah, somebody needs to know that there's an ancestor among you. I feel like the, yeah. Somebody's health is declining out here. So maybe, you know, yeah, somebody's confused why their health is declining. Somebody, you know, could be about to find out. They could find out, you know, that they have some type of, yeah, demon on them or some type of, yeah. Somebody's sexual health could be declining as well. The message is weird. Yep, but we got heart of gold. So somebody definitely, yeah, could have a heart of gold out here. But it's something about, yeah, like somebody trying to attach, you know, like some type of demon, you know, to, yeah, like somebody, you know, that has a heart of gold, you know. So, yeah, a heart of gold is like, yeah, pure at heart. I don't know. Something about a kid, because, you know, kids are really pure at heart, you know, until they get to a certain age. They don't really know, you know, what's going on until they get to a certain age. But something about, yeah, like somebody, you know, like trying to take advantage, you know, of somebody, you know, that has a heart of gold out here. We got can't reach you. So somebody, you know, could be trying to reach somebody, but they can't. This has giving me too, yeah, like, so somebody, you know, yeah, like they get into, you know, like a new connection, you know, a new relationship, you know, a new partnership, you know, and so, yeah, like that's what they're focused on, you know, but not really all that they're focused on. And so there could be somebody that's mad because, yeah, like they're focused on their business, they're focused on their home, you know, they're focused on, yeah, you know, stuff, you know, that, yeah, like they want to be focused on, yeah, focus on their goals or whatever, you know. And so somebody, you know, could be mad because, yeah, like they can't reach somebody. So then, yeah, like they spaz out, or, you know, yeah, they're mad, you know, because, yeah, like somebody told them, look, we'll talk about that, you know, tomorrow, you know. But yeah, like somebody, they just gotta talk about it today. And maybe it is something serious, you know, but I feel like the, yeah, like whoever, you know, yeah, is in that we gotta do it today energy. It's giving me, yeah, like somebody, you know, like trying to control something. But there's also somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they're in their feelings. They're mad because, yeah, like they can't reach somebody. So, yeah, like somebody, you know, could be, you know, like, yeah, 10 steps ahead of somebody or some people. It's because, yeah, like somebody's devoting their time and their energy to their goals. But something about, yeah, like somebody can't reach somebody when something happens. And it could be going back to, yeah, like somebody done cried wolf so many times that, yeah, like somebody not picking up the phone. You know, when they see, you know, such and such's name, they're like, oh, nah, we're not, you know, yeah, we're not doing that today, you know. But whoever this is that can't reach somebody, they could be strategizing, planning, and plotting. But I'm also picking up too that, yeah, like if somebody's health is declining, somebody, you know, could be trying to reach out to somebody, you know, to, yeah, like let somebody know that their health is declining. But somebody, you know, yeah, is trying to, you know, like strategize, plan, and plot on somebody. There is an ancestor that is among somebody. We got hacked social media account. So somebody, you know, could be strategizing, planning, and plotting to hack somebody's social media account. Or somebody, you know, yeah, they want to know if somebody knows that they hacked their social media account. But it's something about, yeah, the law involved. But it goes back to, yeah, like somebody speaking, you know, like to a detective. I don't know. It could have something to do, you know, with, yeah, like somebody doing something, you know, handling some type of illegal business on social media, you know, and then, yeah, like the law gets whiff of it. So then, you know, yeah, there's an investigation, you know, and so then, yeah, somebody, you know, tries to reach out to somebody like, look, this is what happened and I need you to, you know, yeah. Somebody, you know, could be trying to reach somebody, you know, because of that. We got karmic family. So somebody's karmic family is involved. There could be multiple people in somebody's karmic family, you know, that their health could be declining. But it's something about, yeah, some people from somebody's karmic family strategizing, planning, and plotting. I don't know if it's to, yeah, like hack into somebody's social media account. Or somebody, you know, could find out that, yeah, like their karmic family hacked into, you know, like their social media account. We got a divine masculine. So you could be a divine masculine, or this is about a divine masculine. This could be a divine masculine's karmic family. Somebody definitely, yeah, don't need to be swayed. So something about, yeah, Somebody trying to guilt trip somebody. And then we got a divine feminine. Ooh, with this lust demon, heart of gold, and divine masculine, I don't know. I don't want to call this masculine a divine masculine just yet. But yeah, something is hidden in plain sight. There's somebody or some people that, yeah, strategizing, planning, and plotting when it comes to, yeah, like a divine feminine. Or it could be, yeah, on both, a divine feminine and a divine masculine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody operates in their North Node out here. And then we got test time. So something about, yeah, being tested. I don't know. There could be a new connection that could be testing, that, you know, could be a part of some type of test. Somebody trying to test somebody out here. But yeah, we got playing dirty. So somebody or some people, yeah, playing dirty, especially when it comes to some type of paperwork and documents out here. Something, yeah, some paperwork and documents hidden in plain sight. Somebody, you know, could be, yeah, like confused as to why, you know, like a lot of stuff is happening to them as well. Whoever this is, they could be going through, you know, like some type of struggle, some type of hardship. Whoever this is, maybe they could find out, you know, yeah, like going back to find the missing pieces of the puzzle. So yeah, somebody, you know, could realize, you know, that, yeah, like their karmic family, you know, like played a part, you know, in some stuff that's been going on. Yep. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be realizing, you know, that, yeah, like they were following instead of leading out here. It's a divine masculine. Something about, yeah, following on social media. But we got scared shitless. So I don't know. Somebody, you know, yeah, like they can't reach somebody, you know, and they could scare them. But something about, yeah, like somebody choosing to follow instead of lead, and now, yeah, like they're scared. Something about, yeah, scared to, you know, like cross a bridge, or scared, yeah, going back to, yeah, fear. We got an X, so there's an X involved. Somebody's first, middle, last name to start with an X, but this is giving me, yeah, like Malcolm X, by any means necessary. I don't know, somebody could be a Muslim. But something about, yeah, by any means necessary. I don't know. Somebody, you know, by any means necessary could be trying to isolate somebody, you know, from their support network out here. It could be an X. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a Q. We got aftermath. So this could be, you know, like what's going on, you know, like could be the aftermath, you know, somebody trying to isolate somebody from their support network. Somebody, you know, like doing some spell work. Somebody, you know, yeah, attaching, you know, like a lust demon to somebody. This is like, yeah, like somebody having, you know, like SCX, you know, with yeah, like a South Node lust demon having as person, you know, and then, yeah, like they when they get up, yeah, they have a lust demon attached to them, and yeah, like their whole life changes. So somebody done made, yeah, some dumb decisions out here, while somebody else is making conscious decisions, whether, you know, like tough or inconvenient. Yeah, somebody has some type of self-control out here. Somebody, you know, could have gotten some type of reading as well, so that could be why somebody is scared. Or something about, yeah, like somebody not taking, you know, like some type of reading, you know, serious, or something about, yeah, what somebody, you know, is reading. So there's somebody or some people that, yeah, they're falling off one by one out here. It could have something to do with, yeah, like a lust demon. It could have something to do, with, yeah, like trying to isolate somebody, from somebody's support network out here. Somebody, could be born in the 60s. Somebody or some people could be scared shitless, and it has something to do with, yeah, like a warning. So somebody or some people, yeah, they were warned. They were warned out here about some stuff. So this could have something to do, with, yeah, like stuff that's going on in the world, So people were warned. And then we got reckless endangerment. So I don't know. There's somebody, some people that could be strategizing, planning, and plotting, to try to get somebody, in a secluded area or something like that is what I'm picking up, like to do something to somebody. So yeah, but it's something about, yeah, like some people were warned. I don't know, if, yeah, like somebody or some people were warned about, like, yeah, like ancestors around somebody. But something, could happen, as far as, like some type of reckless endangerment. But it goes back to, yeah, the beginning of the message. We got a mental spell. So, yeah, there's a mental spell, that could be causing some type of confusion. Somebody's health, could be declining. It could be mental health because of some type of mental spell out here. I don't know. There could be, like a divine masculine, that, yeah, like could have, like spoke to some type of detective, Maybe, like, yeah, like they know what's going on. But somebody wants to know, if somebody knows what's going on. Because, yeah, somebody definitely is about to break. I don't know if somebody's about to break because they can't reach somebody. But we got accomplished. So, yeah, somebody, is, yeah, accomplishing, yeah, like what they're setting their mind to out here. Somebody, is being told, yeah, to continue, to, like, embrace your worth. But there definitely is somebody, that keeps asking people about you, but nobody will tell them. So that could be the person that, could be trying to reach out to somebody. That could be the person, who could be about to break. Or something about, yeah, about to break, and it goes back to, yeah, like a detective. Somebody, could, yeah, like tell somebody some stuff. Or, like, yeah, speak to a detective about some stuff. But we got a scam artist. So somebody's a scam artist out here. So I don't know, somebody, like didn't take something serious, when it comes, like, yeah, like to them scamming people. Or somebody going back to, yeah, somebody twisted the truth to gain financially. So somebody, could have called somebody a scam artist, But we got scheming and plotting. So I don't know, somebody, could be scheming and plotting, yeah, to try to cause somebody to break, like mentally. Somebody is mentally about to break. This could be, yeah, this could be the aftermath, to all the scheming and plotting, all the strategizing, planning and plotting. We got false contract. So somebody, yeah, they could have entered into some type of false contract out here, but somebody, could be scheming and plotting, because, yeah, like they're falling off one by one to try to put somebody, like in a false contract. So somebody definitely, yeah, needs to be aware. But it's giving me too, yeah, like people, like strategizing, planning and plotting, scheming and plotting on somebody. But something about, yeah, like because I just saw felony charges. Yeah, but something's out in the open. There's a scam artist out in the open. I don't know, somebody, yeah, like expose somebody. But it's something about, yeah, like some type of reckless endangerment, like happening out in the open. Mm. What else, Holy Spirit? Somebody, could be giving somebody the cold shoulder. So that could be, why the brick wall is here, why the big blue wall is here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody, could be giving a lot of people the cold shoulder because, yeah, they know that these people are curious critters looking for crumbs. Mm. Yep. Somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, their energy is being restored. So it's something about, yeah, the aftermath. The aftermath of, yeah, all the stuff that's been taking place. And then we got only the strong survive. So something about, yeah, like somebody, like surviving, like, yeah, like some stuff. Mm-hmm. So there's somebody, that definitely, yeah, could be trying to, like put on a brave face. This is like, yeah, like somebody, doing something stupid, yeah, and then, or, planning to do something stupid, and then they realize, that, yeah, like, they don't need to do, yeah, that whatever, that they were planning to do, yeah. Mm-hmm. Somebody, has good leadership skills out here. Something about, yeah, a boss of a company. Somebody's resilience is shining through. Mm-hmm. But there is somebody or some people that are about to learn that, yeah, no one ever made a difference by being someone else. So something about, yeah, like somebody, a scam artist. Somebody scamming people. We got Virgo, Libra, Cusper. Somebody, doesn't need to, apologize for having self-respect because, yeah, self-respect is a strength. So it goes back to, yeah, like somebody having, like big boundaries. Yep. You could be seeing the angel number 555. Yeah. Somebody, has survived, yeah, because somebody has changed, Somebody has changed in multiple ways, Mm-hmm. Somebody, could be mad about somebody's change. They possibly, yeah, didn't take somebody's change seriously, but somebody, yeah, changed. Mm-hmm. But whatever, yeah, somebody or some people had done, yeah, it's about the money. Mm-hmm. Or it was about the money, yeah. There's somebody or some people that, yeah, they're selfish and they're greedy. And these people definitely, yeah, could have tried to challenge somebody's authority, or yeah, just be aware, of, yeah, somebody trying to challenge somebody's authority. But this could be, yeah, like the aftermath, of, yeah, some people trying to challenge somebody's authority, people trying to isolate somebody, from, yeah, like their support, network. Something about, yeah, somebody being a good leader. So I don't know. There could be somebody or some people, that at somebody's job, that could have tried to challenge somebody's authority. But something about, yeah, like somebody, like thinking that they're a boss, but yeah, like, this is like, yeah, like somebody committing crimes, to, yeah, like have money, or, yeah, scamming people to have money. Mm-hmm. We got wants to bury the hatchet. So somebody, could want to bury the hatchet out here. And then we got eye for an eye. So somebody definitely, yeah, was trying to get some type of revenge on somebody, But this is like, yeah, eye for an eye, So yeah, like, let's look it up real quick just to, get a clear picture of what it means. It says eye for an eye is an idiom, but it's also in the Bible. And it means that a punishment should be equal in kind to the crime or injury suffered. It is also known as the principle of retaliation, which states that a person who injures another is to be penalized to a similar degree. It says Jesus argues against the principle of an eye for an eye in the Sermon on the Mount, teaching instead that one should not resist evil, but should respond to mistreatment with love, forgiveness, and a willingness to go the extra mile. He instructs his followers to turn the other cheek to those who insult them and to be generous to those who take from them. So something about, people, like trying to get, like some type of revenge on somebody. Somebody, could have, like survived, like some type of revenge. But, I mean, we done went through a whole message. So evidently, somebody, was trying to get revenge on somebody in multiple ways, especially when it comes to challenging somebody's authority. But they try to do it, to somebody that has a heart of gold, somebody that puts others' needs before their own. Yep. So there is somebody or some people in this situation that they're selfish, they're greedy, they're envious of happy people. Happiness haters. But remember, we just saw an X. So be aware, because there could be an X, that, could be involved. That could be, like trying to get somebody to, like give them one more chance. Well, we got bouncing back from a big career setback. So that could be, what somebody could be doing. Bouncing back from a big career setback. So, somebody's resilience is shining through. Somebody done survived, like a big career setback. We got soul searching, so somebody, could be soul searching. Or, like when somebody, they took some type of big career setback, they could have, soul searched, They could have, went within. They could have, changed. Yep, but we got a gold digger. So there's a gold digger out here digging for gold. Curious critters looking for crumbs. But it's something about, like, somebody, like being exposed for being a gold digger. Or people, said that somebody was a gold digger for gold. But I feel like going back to the aftermath. So people are falling off one by one. Whoever these people are, they're trying to, like come back somebody's way. But it's about the money. These people are selfish. They're greedy and they're envious of happy people. So be aware. And they know that somebody's vision is very, very clear. They know that, somebody has an idea of, where they want to go and, how to get there. So, somebody's being told, to use caution. Because, there's some people that definitely, want to control somebody's life. They also, want to, like pressure somebody, to, like to make some type of decision out here. And the fact of the matter is, somebody's being included in a very important decision out here. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a D. We got an air sign, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So you could be a air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. Yep, it's time for a spiritual renewal. So somebody, could be going through a spiritual renewal at this time. And somebody recognizes the power of choice, So whoever this is that wants to, you know, like control somebody's life, yeah, it's somebody knows, you know, that they have the power, you know, to, yeah, like control their own life, you know, control their own happiness. But it goes back to the other day, you know, when we talked about, you know, when I said, you know, like I believe, you know, that, yeah, like the only way you could give away your, is somebody, you know, could have, you know, like control over you is if, yeah, like you give them control, give them power. So I don't know, somebody, you know, yeah, like try to overpower somebody, you know, with some spell work, overpower somebody, you know, like with manipulation. But I mean, it done got them caught up. Yep. The power of choice, the power of discernment. So somebody needs to know that, yeah, the gift of discernment, you know, is very important at this time. But it's also giving me too, yeah, like going back to, yeah, like somebody wants to know, you know, like if somebody knows some stuff, yeah, I feel like the, yeah, with the power and the power, yeah, somebody has some power out here, so yeah, somebody gotta know something. But yep, there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they're sending out sexual energy. So going back to, yeah, like that lust demon. So yeah, discern, yeah, people, you know, that, yeah, trying to control somebody's life, or that's, yeah, what somebody has done. Going back to, yeah, like the aftermath. So there's somebody or some people that, yeah, like they want to, you know, like bury the hatchet now. You know, they want to, you know, yeah, soul search now. You know, they want to, yeah. But I feel like that, yeah, like somebody just needs to, you know, continue to use caution when it comes to these people. We got cyber slacking. So something about, yeah, somebody's job. Somebody using their employer's internet or email for like personal use. Somebody sending out sexual energy, you know, like through the internet. Yep, but somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, what was done behind your back will be shown to you. We got a Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cusper. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have spread some type of false allegations. Yeah, lies. So yeah, somebody's allegations, yeah, turn into lies out here. So if somebody, you know, is wanting to know, if somebody, you know, knows what's going on, yeah, what's done behind somebody's back will be shown to somebody. So regardless if, you know, somebody, you know, is knows or not, yeah, it's gonna be shown to them. We got a water sign, so yeah, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, somebody's lies fell on deaf ears. So it could be a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Lies that fell on deaf ears. We got ghosted, disappeared. So this could be somebody, you know, that ghosted somebody, that disappeared on somebody. I don't know. If this person ghosted or disappeared on somebody, yeah, somebody's about to find out why. So yeah, we got an apology is coming your way. So somebody wants to bury the hatchet. Somebody wants to apologize. Cause somebody didn't do what they wanted. What somebody didn't do what whoever this is wanted them to do, and now, yeah, they're obsessed. Woo. Somebody, yeah, somebody's sick in the head. Somebody's mentally unstable, or something about, yeah, like somebody didn't break. So I don't know, somebody or some people were trying to break somebody, you know. So yeah, somebody, you know, could be, yeah, unbreakable out here, or that's how, you know, people, you know, that's how people, you know, look at somebody as unbreakable. But yeah, there's somebody or some people that overlook the bad guy. So the bad guy, you know, yeah, was hidden in plain sight. So somebody, you know, could, yeah, receive some type of letter in the mail. For somebody, yeah, it could have something to do, you know, with a job. Somebody, you know, could receive a letter in the mail. It could be from a past job. But we got sexuality issues. So somebody, you know, could have sexuality issues. Or it goes back to, yeah, like somebody twisted the truth to gain financially out here. Somebody's lies fell on deaf ears. Somebody, you know, somebody that, you know, was mentally unstable, yeah, they could have, you know, like spread the lies. But it goes back to, yeah, like people overlooking the bad guy, you know. So yeah, they looked at the person, you know, they was, yeah, stable, you know, mentally stable, you know, is the person, you know, or they try to blame that person, you know. Yeah, somebody has feelings of emptiness out here. While somebody has, you know, an idea of where they want to go and how they want to get there. So there could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, could be embarrassed to show their face out here. So it could be, you know, like somebody, you know, that overlooked the bad guy. Now they're embarrassed to show their face because, yeah, they spread all these false allegations, all these lies about somebody. Yep. Somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, you are perfect the way you are. You could be seeing the angel number 911. Yep. Endings and new beginnings. Spiritual enlightenment and growth. So yeah, there is an ancestor that definitely is around somebody. We got a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Yeah, heavy Cancer, heavy Pisces, heavy Scorpio. Somebody, you know, could be, yeah, like going through a storm. And so they could be, you know, like waiting, you know, yeah, on the storm to pass. But yeah, somebody needs to know that, yeah, nothing can stop you. You're moving on up. So yeah, somebody's moving on up out here. Yeah, somebody broke the mold. And whoever these people are, yeah, they said that, yeah, somebody wouldn't make it. So yeah, they said that somebody was sick in the head. They said that somebody was mentally unstable. I don't know if it has something to do, you know, with the warnings and the cautions, you know. Somebody, you know, could have had recurring dreams, you know. So going back to, yeah, like somebody having, you know, like prophetic dreams or prophetic visions or, you know, yeah. So people could have said that somebody was mentally unstable. Only, yeah, for people to find out that, yeah, somebody is very sane and somebody definitely, yeah, knows what they're talking about. Somebody has high integrity, you know. Somebody, yeah, is very honest out here. But yeah, there's somebody or some people that definitely, yeah, were playing, you know, the talking behind the back game. They were expecting, yeah, like somebody to break, or they were expecting, you know, yeah. We got written communication. So somebody, you know, could receive, yeah, some written communication. It could have something to do with, yeah, like this letter in the mail. But it's something about, yeah, written communication. Somebody having feelings of emptiness. So, So it goes back to, yeah, the self-harm energy, you know, that I was picking up. But everybody knows what they did. So that's why somebody's embarrassed to show their face. So somebody's trying to figure out if, you know, like, whoever this message is for knows what they did. But yep, somebody definitely, yeah, was trying to use somebody's words against them. I don't know, it could be somebody's karmic family that knows, you know, yeah, like what somebody, you know, has done or what some people have done. We got, yeah, heavy Sagittarius. Somebody could be a Sagittarius, Capricorn, customer, but yeah, somebody's an imposter. Somebody's a false person out here. So somebody, yeah, something about, yeah, a scam artist. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be holding on to a relationship for money. So somebody, could find out, that, like somebody, was just in a relationship, a friendship, a partnership with them. Just for the money. So we got bringing a deal to the table. So something about bringing a deal to the table, but with all the false allegations and lies, it goes back to when we was picking up, like all the, police, the heavy police presence, which I did pick that up in another message the other day. But then, like somebody spoke to, a detective. So that could be how, like some type of deal could be being brought to the table. Because I feel like people, try to, blame somebody, for some stuff. They try to twist somebody's words to gain financially. Try to use somebody's words against them. They try to they play the talking behind the back game to get other people, to spread false allegations and lies. There is some type of case that definitely has been dismissed. So if there was some type of case that was going on, like behind somebody's back, it's gonna be shown to somebody. There goes Archangel Michael. So somebody definitely needs to know that Archangel Michael is fighting on their behalf out here. I don't know if somebody's trying to bring a deal to the table when it comes, like somebody's ancestors or somebody's guardian angels. But we got sending a family in to communicate, or sending a family member in to communicate. So somebody could be sending a family member in to communicate with somebody. So whoever this is that's embarrassed to show their face, they could, send somebody in. Anything else, Holy Spirit? We got cord has been cut. So whoever this is, somebody has already, cut some type of cord. We got disease, injury, poison. I don't know. Somebody, because somebody, could have some type of disease. But, so that could be, what somebody, was trying to do. Give somebody a disease, or they, going back to the reckless endangerment, So, they plan and plotted, to try to, injure somebody. I don't know. Somebody, could get poisoned. But it's, when it comes to poison, this is like poisoning, people's minds about somebody. But somebody's energy is definitely being restored. That's the second energy is being restored card that came out. We got a divine masculine, so you could be a divine masculine, or there's a divine masculine involved. Somebody has a disease, going back to like that lust demon. So somebody's being told to expect the unexpected. When it comes to like somebody being included in a very important decision, it could have something to do with like somebody's health. There's some people that definitely are facing major challenges out here, and being positive is a choice. Anything else, Holy Spirit? We got a mentor. Somebody could be a mentor. Or like somebody they provide experience based off of their own experiences. So somebody done survived a lot of experiences out here. Maybe that's a new job, that somebody's gonna, receive. But there is a swift change that definitely is coming. Because there is somebody or some people that they done said too much, they done did too much, and they can't take it back. Whoever this is, they have some type of arrogant mindset. They're focused on power and control. And so, yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, was trying to set somebody up. So, yeah, set up gone wrong. But I feel like that somebody definitely, yeah, because I did see the 24 to 48 hours card. So somebody needs, yeah, discernment definitely, yeah, needs to be, yeah, is very important at this time. We got tie the knot. So somebody in this situation could be married, or somebody, you know, overlooked the bad guy, so they didn't even look at the person, you know, that they were married to, that they were sleeping with. I don't know. Somebody needs to be aware, because somebody, you know, yeah, like from somebody's past could be trying to, you know, like get somebody to give them one more chance, you know. So, you know, yeah, to try to, you know, like marry them. Or there's somebody in this situation that somebody was married to. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an I. We got ID. So something about, yeah, somebody's ID. But going back to, yeah, nobody ever made a difference by being somebody else. Yeah, scam artist, ID. But yeah, somebody showing up their haters. So there's some people, you know, yeah, some haters, you know, that, yeah, they could have been, you know, planning and plotting, strategizing, planning and plotting on somebody. Spreading false allegations, lying about somebody. There's a karmic couple involved that said too much, they did too much, and they can't take it back. Whoever this karmic couple is, they could be married. This karmic couple, you know, could have been a part of, yeah, like some type of setup gone wrong. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Yep, there are some people that, yeah, they're mad that somebody says what they mean and mean what they say. So something about, yeah, big boundaries. Yeah, we got a karmic and friends. So somebody's karmic and friends, or karmic and karmic friends, or a part of some type of setup gone wrong. Or yeah, somebody or some people overlook the bad guy, you know, and they could be realizing who the bad guy is or who the bad guys are. But yep, how you gonna fold something that don't bend? So yeah, people were trying to break somebody. They were trying to bend somebody. Yep, we got root chakra. So yeah, there are some people that definitely, yeah, could have been trying to put some roots on somebody. So there's somebody or some people that, yeah, they're undergoing some type of physical pain from heartbreak. Somebody feels like that somebody owes them something. But I feel like that, yeah, like whoever this is, somebody has already cut the cord, you know, from whoever this is. Somebody, you know, has an entitlement mindset out here. Or people. This could be, you know, like family members, friends. Yep, but somebody definitely, yeah, could have like ringing ears for sure. So there could be somebody or some people, you know, that could say, you know, that, yeah, like addictions made them do it out here. I just saw a karmic masculine. So yeah, there is a karmic masculine that's involved. But we saw divine feminine, divine masculine. So it's something about, yeah, two people, you know, coming together. Or yeah, two people, you know, like trying to stop, you know. I mean, people trying to stop, you know, like two people from, you know, like coming together. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Somebody's light shines so bright that, yeah, it's blinding. And there's somebody or some people that, yeah, they spoke too soon. So, yeah, whoever these people are, yeah, they were trying to put somebody's lights out. Anything else? Yep, we got a divine masculine. So, yeah, there's a divine masculine involved. Or you could be a divine masculine. We got details. So somebody, you know, is about to receive some details. We got April. So something, you know, could have happened in April. Somebody's name could be April. We got an Aries, Taurus, Cusper. So yeah, there's an Aries, Taurus, Cusper involved. But yeah, somebody's definitely, yeah, having nightmares. Somebody's stressed. Somebody's guilty. And so somebody, yeah, somebody's about to find out, you know, yeah, a lot of stuff. Or because they already found out a lot of stuff. So yeah, whoever this is, they could be overthinking their approach. This person, you know, they could have been researching some stuff. They could have been studying some stuff. They could have been researching somebody, studying somebody. But yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, manipulated paperwork. And so somebody definitely, yeah, is not telling somebody something. And so yeah, what was done behind somebody's back, is going to be, yeah, shown to them. And somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, their life is about to be turned upside down, but in a good way. So, as I always say, y'all, keep your head held high and your middle finger higher, and everything's going to turn out in your favor. With that being said, y'all, that's been your message. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.